They are. The Knickerbockers look for their 13th straight win when they host the Wizards tonight at MSG. We are going to kickstart our debate with a Twitter question from Mark Battaglia. He says, ESPN First Take, are the Knicks a threat to the Heat? Hashtag kickstart. So we ask our esteemed panel and unbiased guest, Stephen A. Smith, how far can your New York Knicks go this season?
This is not a subject I wanted to broach.
Oh, well, that's broach.
And the reason why is because I have been on the record on many occasions on my show, ESPN New York, 98.7 FM. Mm-hmm. Many, many times telling our listeners, I will not give the Knicks my heart. They have it, but they've broken my heart on so many occasions because more than anything outside of the Yankees, I bleed my orange and blue, okay? But I must confess to you, Skip Bayless, that as I watched the Indiana Pacers, knowing that Danny Granger's not coming back, because I always thought he'd be back. He's had a surgery. He's going to be out for the rest of the year. Suspecting that Derrick Rose is listening to Magic Johnson and others who are telling him not to come back, and he probably won't.
Yep.
Combine that with the way the New York Knicks are playing. To me, and to pull a Skip Bayless out of my hat, my column is on ESPNNewYork.com right now. I wrote this yesterday. It's posted there today, ESPNNewYork.com. Go check it out.
What's the name of the column?
The Eastern Conference is officially a two-team race to the finals. Miami and the New York Knicks should meet in the Eastern Conference Finals for the right to go to the NBA Finals. There is simply no other way to look at this. Carmelo Anthony, to me, is easily top 3, potentially top 2 for league MVP honors behind LeBron and competing for Durant.
He is making a late push. Wouldn't you agree?
He's making a late push. Okay? The man is averaging over 40 over his last 4 games. Okay? You look at J.R. Smith, 23 points during his 12-game winning streak per game, 49.2% shooting from the field. You look at the New York Knicks, and I wrote this, 41% on three-pointers as a unit. They've committed just 12 turnovers per game, second only to Chicago. And by the way, only 2 teams have allowed fewer fast break points than them, and only 3 teams in the league have forced more turnovers per game than they have. So they're forcing turnovers. They're nullifying fast breaks. They're doing the kind of things that lend itself towards winning during this time of year. And as a result, I'm going to be on the record, and I'm calling it right now. The New York Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, they have your heart.
I didn't say that.
Do they have your heart?
I didn't say that because here's where I stop. Carmelo Anthony, to me, is a superstar. He cannot go out in the first round again. It cannot happen. If these New York Knicks go home in the first round, the whole season's a waste. Everything's a fair. I don't care about the division title, which they will win tonight when they beat the Washington Wizards. I don't care about the division crown for the first time since 1994. I don't care about 50-plus wins, all right, for the first time since... I don't care about none of that. All I care about is postseason production. And Carmelo Anthony is a superstar. Tyson Chandler is your reigning defensive player of the year. Kenyon Martin can still ball. I'm praying he's healthy because they need him desperately. J.R. Smith's got to continue doing what he's doing. Raymond Felton deserves our respect. He's been balling. He has been balling. And Jason Kidd, the leadership, the intangibles.
I agree.
There's just no reason for this team not to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm picking them to get there.
So they don't get your heart until the second round.
That's right.
You're a tough customer.
Let me tell you something right now. You think I'm tough, let them lose in the first round. I tell you right now, if they lose in the first round, it's damn it, you could call it a threat. It's gonna be hell to pay. I'm not taking this. They better not lose in the first round, Skip. I'm not gonna let up. They better not lose in the first round. They better win their first round series if nothing else.
Kerry,
I'm listening.
They have his heart.
They have his heart.
I can hear it in your voice, and I'm okay with it. I congratulate you on this Knicks finish because it is extremely impressive. Nobody is playing better basketball right now in either conference than this team is. You got to admit it. That thing at Oklahoma City, huh?
I don't know if I can say better than Miami.
I know, but Miami had to go on cruise control, and that D-Wade's got a banged-up knee. I'm just saying, level of play at this moment, you have to say your Knicks are doing things that are shocking you, pleasantly shocking you. And you want to just let your heart go because you see it coming. But I'm going to press you now. If they do meet Miami, conference finals.
6 games.
6 games?
Yes.
I'm going to go to 7. I'm still picking the Heat, but I reserve judgment because I'm going to see a little more of these Knicks because I'm starting to love these Knicks. You failed to point out they are leading the league in fewest turnovers. The hapless Knicks, the stumble-bum Knicks that we used to see kicking the basketball all over the court. Remember those guys? Stephen A. Fewest turnovers in the league? Are you kidding me? They have the second most three-point makes. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because they do tend to live and die a little bit. But what I loved on Sunday in Oklahoma City on national TV against Kevin Durant and Westbrook and Ibaka, Carmelo took the game over on the glass in the fourth quarter. He got 6 offensive rebounds in the fourth. This is Carmelo.
5 offensive rebounds in the last 5 minutes.
How do you figure? Have you ever seen that kind of intensity from Carmelo? Yeah. Really, Stephen A. Is that not maturity from him? Is that a different Melo?
Let's, in the interest of full disclosure, let's put it all on Front Street. Skip, did you know of any bigger supporter than me to get him to New York?
No.
I mean, you had New Yorkers desperately wanting to hold on to Gallinari. That's why really Mike D'Antoni's going. He didn't want him bad enough, to be honest with you. Him or Donnie Walsh. But let me tell you something. Carmelo Anthony is one of the great offensive players in my time.
It gives me chills watching him sometimes. I just say that's...
This man, he is the truth and a half. This is Carmelo Anthony we're talking about
inside,
here.
outside,
but the point is, and I love him. I love him as a player. I love him as a person. I've known him for years. He's a good brother. But here's the problem. We can't spend, see, this is where we have to be fair. LeBron goes to the finals. LeBron goes to the Eastern Conference Finals. But he can't get the chip before last year. And we are all over him, myself included. You've got to get it done. Okay? And this dude was going to conference finals and finals appearances and lost 2 NBA finals appearances. Carmelo Anthony, God bless him. Love him. Proud he's in New York. Worth the trade. Everything. You have been out in the first round 8 times in your 9-year professional career. It cannot happen anymore. He is too big time. Carmelo Anthony, Forbes magazine, last point. Forbes magazine, ridiculously I might add, had him number 1 on their list of most overpaid players. Somebody needs to educate them about the sport of basketball because that's ridiculous in terms of what he does on the floor. And more importantly, he is box office. Hello.
I know.
But you can't go home in the first round.
I want to tell our viewers something. Your article, ESPNNewYork.com, is called, "Okay, It's Official, Knicks Are the Truth." So if you want to read it, he's giving his heart.
I didn't write that headline. I wrote the column.
Begrudgingly.
Oh, you're saying it's a misleading headline.
I'm saying, well, they do what they want to do with the headlines. That's what copy editors do.
ESPN News.
But I'm still holding on.
Are you worried about jinxing your team?
Yes.
Yes.
I know. To the West we go.